This is my theory, my complete theory for a DIO intercooler, which will cool the incoming charge, and I will demonstrate it point by point, and I will keep working on it just like the guy who was in the movie Build a Faster Indian kept on experimenting. Now, I don't need a bunch of people telling me it can't be done. If you tried it and it can't be done, well, then you might be right. But I've never tried it, so I'll explain this. First of all, we have our clean tank for the water. Or you can go water and alcohol. Plastic will hold up really well. That goes down through a filter to this 12 volt naturally off, where to go, switch. Okay, that's it's got a 1/4 inch inlet and a 1/4 inch outlet. And what that does is that the water coming down from the tank will stop at that point. If it wasn't there, since the hose coming around the other side is lower than the water tank, the vacuum or suction would empty it right through this pump. Now the pump, and you can see the nozzle on the end here. Hard to kneel down at my age, but the nozzle right here is at the end. Now, this pump right here, electrical wire is connected right to the switch, the liquid switch. That means when I trigger it, both the switch will open the fluid way and allow the fluid to come down to the pump, and the pump will go on. When the trigger is released, the power will go off to both of them and the flow will be cut off right here. If you don't use one of these, an anti-siphon switch, you're screwed. Now, the trigger goes underneath the bike and it goes all the way up to my horn switch right here. Now, the reason I do this is because if I'm at full speed and you're, I don't know, 8 inches off the ground at 65 miles an hour, it's very fast. So you have to hold on and look forward. So I have my hand right here and I can hit the switch and you can hear it kicking off. You hear two things. You hear the switch open right here, and then you hear the pump going, but there's no water in it right now. Then what I do, this is my secret that I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to let all you people out there know my words of DIO wisdom. Now this horn switch also will be connected to either a red light here, which I can do, or I can connect it to this low oil light right here. And what that does is while I'm driving, I can just glance down, because I can't hear anything, because everything's so loud, and I can see the light on. And if the light's on, then I know the power is going to the light, the power is going to the other thing. So I know it's working. Now, I'm going to take one of these ratio rights, and these are the best things in the world to get. If you can find one. I mean, they're great for oil, motocross, whatever you want. And I'm going to, for the first time, this is going to be seen live on Captain DIO TV. And this will hold a lot of water. It's probably better if you use distilled water, but for now, in my testing phase, I'm just going to use ordinary water. And there's a reason that I use ordinary water instead of the alcohol, which you can use the alcohol, by the way, but the alcohol has got one drawback, and that is if you get any on any painted parts, it scars them really badly. So we put the cap on right here, and to show you the spread of the what this can do is I'm going to put a little box dealer right here. Maybe it this way better. Let's see, maybe like that. Okay, so we have a good what this will do is it'll show me the pattern. All right, now let's see how am I going to do this. I'm going to have to look over my shoulder here. I'm going to trigger this baby. And water's running down to the pump. And you'll see a spray pattern here. Oh. There it goes. Let's see if we can see that? It's all foam. That baby's going good. And you see the very, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a very fine mist. And that fine mist is going to be shooting into the back of this car. Now, if I can get the mist fine enough, it'll atomize with the air. And you can see, watch, I'll show you. There we go. We're getting the air bubbles out. That's putting out a heck of a mist. You can see it's going down the box here. But that's my idea. Then what I plan to do is to take a small computer fan. Now this one's humongous compared to the one I want to use. And I want to put it here in front of the fan and have it going just so I can break up the mist. It's got nothing to do with the intake. The only problem with that is you have to be very careful what you put in front of this intake, as far as if you get something just a little too close, it will obstruct the flow. So I'm going to have this pointed right there, and I'm going to inject the mist right into the back. And I hope the screen will break it up a little bit and kind of give me that intercooled effect. Now, you've just seen my trigger. You've seen my secret I've been working on for a number of years. I don't know if it'll work perfect, but I'm going to give it a try, because why not? Now, besides, if I put some really cool braid on it here, I'll show you another thing I like doing. This is if someone comes up and looks at it, because there are not too many deals in, but you can see all my bling over here, right there. I got steel braid, all different sizes, and if I put it on right, it won't look too cheesy. And that's my take on the intercooler. Now I have to hook up both pumps to a hot switch when the motor is on. I'll have to find that, and then I'm going to start it up.